I think. We can cover that later, but anyway, Cherry Bomb, like, I understand why it was given to you now, because it is actually a very strong power due to it being a bomb. When you make one, if you make it on top of an enemy, the enemy will just directly explode, but because the game is 3D, if you do end up missing and... If you do end up, like, missing and the upgrade for, you're getting hung. If you do end up missing the Cherry Bomb when you place it down, you can basically roll and push it around like the other balls. So you could, I believe you can whack it into another enemy and it won't immediately explode if you hit it.
You can push it around, it's just really hard to aim.
Also, I believe the size of the bomb you make will alter the size of the bomb that is actually made, and...
I'm pretty sure no. Nope.
No.
But you can push it.
Yeah.
And the explosion doesn't hurt you.
Like I said, you can push it around. So, it's actually a decent weapon for this point in the game. Hey, you made the boys angry. It's actually a decent weapon.
I did no such thing.
Like, for this point in the game, because it...
Not that.
It's able to, like... It's not accepting, it's... When the Celestial Punch has a glow like that... Oh, actually, no, it's just flat out not accepting. You're either drawing on the wrong spot or you can't do this yet.
I'm not drawing enough, is the problem. See?
Yeah.
And it's a crack.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Oops. Also, the other thing that a lot of people miss out on, and yes, you literally have to do this. That is one trigger.
Yeah, it's one of the other stupid things about this game is that it's one of those games to where the, like...
Because, like, he points out that you can't...
It's one of the dumb things about this game is it's one of those types of games where you have to basically be told something doesn't work before, like, you can move on. Now, it makes some amount of sense at points because it's one of those, how would, like, the characters know that this is the case? So, there are a few points where it makes sense, but then there are a few points where it's, like, straight out dumb.
Go back to the village. Because in order to move on... Yeah. Oh, wait. I just remember the last trigger for something.
What? You got turned around.
Damn it. Oh, yeah, if you try to go back, he'll just say,
No, it's like, fuck it.
Which does move the story on a tiny margin, but there is something we do need to leave to go see that I completely forgot was a trigger for something. But that shows it. I had completely forgot about this until just now, where I was like, what did I miss? And it just occurred to me what I missed. Also, this was a good example of the enemy scrolls reset, going in and out of buildings and loading zones. So, if you ever feel like you are absolutely stuck or something, never feel like demon fangs or enemy scrolls are limited. Yeah, now the fish show up.
Oh, finally,
Finally got
hit.
hit. Damn it. I said it would happen because of the stupid fish. Because the fish, I try
Their
to.
attack is that they throw their fins like boomerangs. And I think when they do that, you can power slash them and that either destroys them or knocks them back. Though the funny thing is, because you finally got hit, enemies finally dropped health, so you just now got the tutorial about solar energy.
That's fine. I said we would get hit eventually because later on this game can be kind of a clusterfuck. The thing I missed that I completely forgot was a thing. To be blunt about getting hit, there are later challenges where I would literally just use the
Well, when you have enough health, you can just tank through everything.
Yeah. And this will happen. Moon Cave is cursed. Oh yeah, that also hurts you. A little bit. Like, I actually took some damage there anyway. So, regardless, if we were going to count getting hurt, I would have, just to show off that it does do damage.
Why does that do damage?
So, that's all there is to see. I mean, the best way to play this game later is you can have so much attack and defensive buffs out of items that you can literally tank damage and then just decide, okay, I'm just gonna eat a couple of bones and heal. Because you can use those mid-battle. Like, if I really want to heal, all my shit's here. Yeah. It's in tools.
Hey, we also have the gold dust that we never explained what the fuck those do.
I'll explain it in a minute. Hold on.
Oh, might be. Oh,
Yep.
Yep, it is power
It is
slash.
power slash. Good.
Okay.
Gold Dust powers up weapons, but due to the game being kind of dumb, there's a point of no return in the game later on, and that point of no return has 2 gold dust in it, meaning if you want to power up the best weapons in the game, it is best to ignore
a few, like, gold dust, basically. Well, by that, I mean don't use a few gold dust on, like, current weapons and stuff. So should you use it on the solar reflector right now? Because
Nope.
you're going to save that?
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
I don't need. I would rather have the best weapons in the game get powered
Well,
up.
technically, like... Technically, because of the, like, the last 2 gold does not, I would have to map out, like, when you get the last set of weapons and stuff, but you technically could, like, essentially save, like, 3 things, the last 3 things of gold dust before the 2 at the point of no return.
You're skipping weapons. And that creates a weird power structure where you end up skipping out on upgrades. So, like, the first 3 weapon types I'm likely not going to touch. Specifically, like, because the weapons come in types, so I'm probably not going to use upgrades on the first 3 in the set. And skip out in a way so that I can basically have... Because here's the thing, like, since the weapons go in set, and there's only 2 gold dots that are basically after the point of no return, if I don't use, like, a gold dot on that weapon, my next weapon, or the weapon after that, that's 3 gold dots that are basically going to advance up. And I'm going to try to basically use gold dots so that I keep 3 specifically. Stop soon. I will double check the available gold dots. Oh yeah, it needs to look on.
Alright, here, might as well buy more feed bags.
Take it. Take it all. Oh, whoops. I'll double check the gold dust so that I can... I had decent money. I could buy more, but I don't want, like... 1 or 2 works.
Like, for now, given most of what you'll find, like the herbs and seeds, those are the 2 you want to buy the most at the beginning of the game. This is one of the few things that actually... it's one of the few animals that actually takes a different feedback.
And that's a rare find, so... And then in, like, there are all the little trees. You can actually blossom these for some points and things. The game! Like... We have the basic need of a bunch of stuff, and you can do little random shit. And in the festival, there's going to be some story in a minute. Right now, there's not a lot of meat eaters, but it's always good to have some feedbacks on you. And for the praise, it's always good to get, like, you know, every little bit helps. Especially because, as you could see with the ink pots, by having more ink, I'm naturally getting really good fight potential, because you start to really need ink more than you need health, especially with Godhood, where I've barely taken a hit at this point in the game. Health will become important later, and I'm going to double check some guides and things, but if I do it wide enough, I might be able to actually multi.
Yeah. Look, yeah, you got all 3 of the trees, because each tree gained 1 point of...
Yep. Sweet. And we already got that stray bead, so I don't have to worry about that one. Hold on, god damn it. But remember right, you have to bloom all the trees. Anyway, so I'm just going around. And I can feed some animals, bloom some trees. We'll stop soon. That is like the best freaking trick. Because if I've done all the story things, like, love this. He's just doing it.
What was the name of this in the, like...
It's the Konohana Shuffle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You can skip it.
Konohana Shuffle.
Why do you, like...
Okay, so I was right. I need to... Damn it. Words.
Like, you still basically needed to talk to him twice.
No! This is the time we're talking to him twice. He's complaining that his powers aren't working. And that's because we missed a couple of trees. This isn't an act of talking to him twice, per se. This is an act of, like... I missed a couple of trees, so that basically means I have to circle around and... No! Something cool not a lot of people know. One tree left. And it's that one right there.
She's gonna make that a happy little tree.
Yep.
Our calendar in this room is a Bob Ross calendar. I shit you not.
Chickens!
I would make a joke about feeding all those cocks, but I can't. I don't know if there's a way to directly tell if it is a male or female chicken, so those might actually be hens.
These are roosters. These are all male, I'm pretty sure. Because of their stride. It's the way that they sit, I'm pretty sure that... So... Get some... pouch food.
So now...
Yeah,
basically every time you leave his...
And those are worth... So... What you're supposed to do...
Now that every tree has been filled out, now you go back.
If he's not up there, we'll just make it daylight. That'll be easy enough. So.
Because unfortunately our powers only work one way.
That's fine. Here comes the sun, bitches. And now, like magic.
And now via the magic of loading.
At last. You literally had to get all the trees.
Kinda wish you were given a better way to track that other than the one guy.
At least they tell you.
Yeah. At least I have some way of tracking it.
Saki of Valor. Break my vow of temperance.
I vowed to not get smashed, but I must get smashed for the good of the village. Right, old man. Right.
That's how this works. There you go, then. You know what we can make? It's a good stopping point. We're about to get the power that'll let us transition into the next area, and that'll be a good stopping point, because that next area is a good chunk. This recording went on a little bit long, because we had to take that small life break. You have to offset his power by...
But he is actually making them bloom.
If you fail this, you have to start over, by the way.
And you have to watch the entire cutscene. And I believe because of, like, a part of this is unskippable because of you transitioning into gameplay.
Reminds me of something. This isn't gonna be on. One moment, people. Small cut because I was putting up a charging cord for a pair of Joy-Cons. I'm using a Pro Controller at the moment. So. I love her new fuller look.
I don't think that technically hasn't happened quite yet.
He commented on her look change. See?
No, there it is.
You could see her.
No, you could see it before, but because the game wasn't zoomed in, it was harder to notice. The funny, like, the funny thing is, I think that like design change, basically the like cut in the back that. Yeah, her ass is actually covered.
Less.
It's actually covered, which is like funny.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what they do in anime is true. You get more. The less clothes you have, the more powerful you are. That's like literally what Kill la Kill is based off of.
Yeah. Anywho, we'll stop soon. Probably go to the next area and advance a little bit. I have to refresh my memory on some locations of some stuff, but for the first part of a recording, I've had a pretty decent memory, even if the...
Well, because, like, the game, it is still mostly linear right now. It's not, like...
Even if I did get a stray bead and a sun fragment mixed up, but... He hit the camera. You see, guys, games can be charming. The second of the 3 nature gods.
Remember what they're based off when we get to the third one.
Booyah. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, if you have ever played Okami or Okami HD, did you have trouble blooming the buds during the Konohana shuffle? Because a lot of people have trouble getting bloom to work and end up repeating that part a couple of times. Generally, I try to draw bigger circles in order to do that easily, but sometimes I do fail that. However, in this recording, I did it in one try, which is really good. I know a lot of people have trouble with that because I will agree the circle drawing mechanic to bloom things can sometimes misread your circle if it's not big enough or if you connect it a little bit weird. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute if you subscribe to the channel. And if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I will see you all next time. So good night, everybody.